Good morning. Grab that coffee and settle in. It's time for the Gunsmith Show with John and Jake Smith, brought to you by Williams Gunsight.
Good morning, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I'm John.
And I'm Jake.
And we are the Gunsmiths. All right, we are here this morning live, of course, to bring you some good, honest-to-goodness, all-American gun talk. And, boy, today's going to be the day. Today we're talking cowboy action shooting.
What a better way to celebrate the 4th of July than dressing up like a cowboy, strapping on that single-action Colt, and shooting some metal targets.
There you go. Or paper targets.
Or paper targets.
Or balloons. Or whatever you want to shoot. Well, not whatever you want to shoot. Whatever's designated for you to shoot at. So
it is the 4th of July, so
it is.
You have to very carefully see what's a gunshot and what's a firework.
Well, it was pretty easy to discern last night. There was some big, big booms in the air last night. And, you know, at 2:30 this morning, they were still going off.
If you hear a boom and don't see a flash, it's probably not a firework.
Well, let's hope that responsible gun owners were doing the right thing last night.
That's right.
And we were. We drove around, watched some fireworks, had some fun. And here it is. Yesterday was the 3rd. Today's the 4th. Tomorrow will be the 5th, and the fireworks will disappear soon thereafter. And dogs will calm down, and deers won't be running around crazy, because it certainly does really stir up the wildlife. And those of you suffering from PTSD, I certainly keep you in my prayers, because I know fireworks is a rough thing to deal with. So I guess we're thinking about you.
Yep.
As well as all veterans, all Americans. This is the birthday of this country. So let's enjoy it. Let's be good Americans today, as always. And we'll start off with responsible gun talk this morning. And that's what we're all about.
That's right.
So every week we bring you this show live to discuss good, responsible gun talk. And here on the Gunsmith Show, we discuss, of course, in depth on guns, firearms of choice that we decide to talk about, or that you have emailed us to want us to discuss on the radio with you. So we are always live here in the studio at 810-743-8255 or toll free at 866-533-1530. And on that note, we'd like to welcome everybody from AM 1530, WLCO, AM 1470, WFNT. Those of you listening on streaming on WFNT.com and Radio Pup, the app, you can listen to us right on your phone, on your cell phone from anywhere in the world. Thanks for all of you listening this morning, and we appreciate it greatly.
Now, last week's show, we had an in-depth discussion about the firearms of Rossi.
That was a good discussion, and it was brought up several times this week in emails and little Facebook clips coming to me. People didn't realize just how old of a company, kind of a grand old company Rossi was, and of course, we spent a little time in the gun shops this week, like we almost always do, and taking a look at other Rossis that were out there. It is quite a firearms line.
That's right.
You know, Brazilian company, old,
family owned since the 1800s.
Right. And
the way things should be.
Jake and I, we took your Rossi Ranch Hand 44 Magnum out and had some fun with it, and had some stories to tell. Of course, that is always a fun, kind of awkward gun to shoot, but a lot of fun.
Yep.
We kind of like to have it modified. I'd like to see it. If I had one, I think I'd tear it apart and start changing it immediately. And
well, go ahead, get yourself one.
I just might, and change that buttstock configuration to a pistol grip, and have a curved loop, so that it has a better sight plane to look down the gun and use the sight.
Guns aren't supposed to be comfortable to shoot, Dad.
Well, since I was a child, son,
Hence there's no Jacob Smith Firearms Company.
I would think of a way to make a gun custom fit me.
Right.
So I seldom keep them the way I find them. Put it that way. But my very first pellet gun that I modified was a total fiasco, and that's all I'll say about that. It was a beautiful gun when it was given to me. Shortly thereafter, it was a ugly gun, but we won't go there because a man's got to know his limitations, right?
This week we are talking about cowboy action shooting and the SASS, the Single Action Shooting Society.
Very good. And we do have a guest coming on.
We do. We have Three Deuces McKee, That is his alias for the shotgun, for the Cowboy Action Shooting. You have an alias name that
Yes.
you go by that has to be somewhat era accurate and
Sure.
from the late 1800s.
So Three Deuces McKee.
McKee with a K.
Very good. And he'll be on the air with us today, and he's
will.
going to discuss in-depth single action shooting, some cowboy action shooting, some of his experiences. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. But now's the time for our WilliamsGunsight.com report, right hot off the presses from WilliamsGunsight.com. These are some guns that Jacob picked off the list that you can look at as well by going to WilliamsGunsight.com, go to their used gun tab, and you can browse their used gun selection right from the comfort of your pajama riding butt in your chair in your home.
That's right.
So how's that? With a fresh cup of coffee in your hand.
Of course. So you got to go to WilliamsGunsight.com to find these guns, or you can stop out to their store out in Davison at Lapeer and Irish Road. They're open. Are they open today?
They are open today.
There you go.
They're open tomorrow.
They're open tomorrow. Stop out tomorrow and take a look at these guns. WilliamsGunsight.com. All right,
good.
First gun on the list. We're talking about cowboy action guns today. This is a Charles Daly 1892 lever action.
Okay.
It's going to be a Winchester replica by Charles Daly. This is in 45 long Colt,
Very nice.
24-inch barrel, but it is a takedown model.
No kidding.
It is.
Wow.
And it's an NRA edition as well.
NRA.
So-
What's NRA mean?
National Rifle Association edition.
Thank you. For those that don't know what the NRA is.
So this is for your cowboy shooting, but when you want to take it back home, it's a nice gun that could easily be displayed in the home, and it looks nice.
Oh, sure. Good looking gun.
45 long Colt lever action, 24-inch barrel, ideal for the cowboy action shooting events. Price on this one is $995.
Very nice.
Number 2, you want something, your little pocket gun, your Betsy.
Your vest pocket gun?
Your vest, exactly.
There you go.
This is from the American Derringer Company. This is called the M1 model in 38 Special. 3-inch stainless steel. This is only a 2-shot, folks.
Right.
There's 2 barrels up and down. This is the 38 Special 3-inch stainless steel variant of that. Price on this one is $295.
Well, it's not bad. It'd be a nice little vest pocket gun.
Exactly.
You know?
A gentleman's
Almost want to
gun.
put a lanyard on it, like, a little chain lanyard going to it so it stays close to your vest.
Looks like a pocket watch.
Yeah.
Let me check what time it is.
Let me see what time it
Time
is.
for you to get away. Number 3.
Time for you to become one with the Lord. You'll be holy. So, all right. How about this one? This is a beautiful gun. This is one of our favorites. The Ruger Blackhawk in 45 long Colt, but this is the convertible model with the 45 ACP
Top comes right off.
cylinder. Yeah. Go topless. No, so 45 long Colt, 45 ACP in my favorite configuration, 4 5/8 barrel. This is blued. This one's got the ivory grips too. So this is such a classic Ruger handgun. And you're talking $595. What a beautiful gun. What a beautiful gun. And it can be yours.
That one comes, I believe, with the box as well.
I got to tell you, I pretty much closed Williams last night. I was there from like 4 to almost 6. And I feel so bad. Everybody was talking about working Sunday. And I don't think they're open today, but I'm not sure. I forgot to ask them if they're open today. So, we might be able to find out. There wasn't a posting on the door.
Well,
They showed when their next CPL class is going to be, but I didn't notice if they were open today or not.
for the safety of it all, just go tomorrow.
I got to tell you, they were absolutely packed yesterday.
Good.
They said they haven't had a Friday like this in quite some time.
What's a better way to celebrate the 4th of July than buy a new firearm?
Oh, my gosh. They were lined up buying firearms yesterday. So, great day to be a gun shop owner. Now,
Number 4.
Let's go to number 4.
This
This is the list of 5 guns that we chose off the list.
This is your your shotgun for your cowboy action matches.
Okay.
This is a Winchester 1897. Pump action. Oh, the old trench gun style.
Yes.
12 gauge. Now, the one catch with this shotgun is that it's got a cuts compensator on the end of the barrel.
Okay.
So that would have to be removed.
Okay.
But it is a 12 gauge, the classic first pumps.
Yeah.
Really.
And these are takedowns as well, aren't they?
I believe so.
I think all these shotguns take down. I believe so, but I might be wrong.
Now, price on this one, and it has been re-blued, but the walnut on it is fairly well, $395.
Wow, that's not bad.
No, it's not.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me. But hey, most guns are fun to me. You know what I mean? Because this is our passion, our way of life. And by gosh, there's a fifth gun, Jacob. Tell us about gun number 5 this week.
Gun number 5. This is also from Ruger, but this is the Super Blackhawk. It's a little bit bigger than the other Blackhawk. This one is in .44 Magnum.
But this one's a little special, too.
This one is the Beasley edition. So what that means is the grip is at a different angle.
It's actually a longer grip than their single-action Blackhawks and Super Blackhawks.
Right.
It has a little more of a profound curve to it, as well as the Beasley models have a nicer trigger and a nicer hammer. So this is certainly, if they were to call one enhanced, this would be an enhanced handgun.
That's a good way to put it.
Now, this is 7.5-inch barrel with the box, and this is the Beasley model. Now, was this the Hunter model? Did you notice if it had the rings with it?
Rings.
Scope
No, this is
rings?
an older model.
Okay.
This is an older. This is in the box. Paperwork, everything is with it. 7.5-inch barrel. Price is $599.95.
Wow. I was really watching over these guns yesterday. I was looking at a lot of their single actions. They actually have a Beasley 4 5/8 .44 Magnum stainless.
They do.
There. And I needed a towel to wipe the cabinet because I was drooling on top of the glass yesterday looking at this one. Just an outstanding firearm in the used case, let alone all the new guns they have on the wall. My gosh, what a collection they've got right now. So if you want to get out and enjoy a little gun shopping, get out to Williams Gun Sight in Davison, or go to their website, williamsgunsight.com, and browse to your heart's content. And look forward to running into you out there. If you're going out to Williams, this is what I recommend. Bring guns that you want to shoot. You can buy ammo right there. If you're wanting to do some skeet and trap,
You can buy all calibers of ammo right there.
yes. If you have something goofy, they probably have the ammo for it. I want to shoot a 30-40 Craig this weekend, but I don't know if I can get ammo. It's not like shopping Walmart, folks. You go there and they got it. You know what I mean? You got a 450 Bushmaster, you go there, they got ammo for it. Even you got a 30 AR, they'll have ammo for it.
Yep.
Chances are you want to take out Grandpa's 375 H&H. Not only can you shoot the gun there, you can probably buy another one there.
Yes, you can.
There is, although the one you've been looking at, Jake, was not on the shelf yesterday.
Well, it was still on their website last night.
Well, maybe somebody's holding it. I looked all over for it. I didn't see it. Jake's been wanting to get a 375 H&H just to say he's got one. And
Is that the point of having a collection?
Sometimes, just to have it. Because a man's got to have it.
Well, I could collect Barbie dolls instead if you
Well,
like
let's
that.
just be happy that you're a gun collector and leave
Exactly.
it at that. All right, well, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to start our conversation about Cowboy Action Shooting. So hang on tight. The Gunsmiths will be right back.
Man's got to know his limitations.
You just can't spend a whole day at the gun store anymore.
Thankfully, the crew at Williams Gun Sight Company has created the best way to spend the day at the gun store by doing it online.
WilliamsGunsight.com is the way to shop for your used handguns, rifles, shotguns, and more, with thousands of guns in stock for your total gun shopping experience.
Check out WilliamsGunsight.com and find your perfect match today.
This is John Smith from I Can Build That. Every building has a roof, and peace of mind comes from having a good roof. That's why the I Can Build That team trusts DuraGuard Roofing for all their commercial roofing needs. So if your business needs a new roof, call DuraGuard Roofing at 691-9243. That's 691-9243. Free estimates, free inspections. That's DuraGuard Roofing. We trust them. You can too. DuraGuard Roofing, 810-691-9243. Attorney Timothy J. Cassidy is the pro-gun attorney that we here at the Gunsmith Show use.
With more than 20 years of experience as a prosecuting attorney, law professor and holding a past seat on the Genesee County Gun Board.
Tim Cassidy is your pro gun attorney.
Contact Attorney Cassidy today at 810-569-5441 or email him at attorneycassidy@gmail.com. If you want your home to feel sound when you are not around, call Pal Alarm. To protect your safekeepings and stop anyone from peeking, call Pal Alarm. When the house gets locked down so you can get out of town, call Pal Alarm. Give Pal Alarm a call today at 810-908-8298. That's 810-908-8298 or palalarm.com.
And now back to the Gunsmith Show with John and Jake Smith.
Welcome back to the Gunsmiths. I am John.
And I am Jake.
And we are here to bring you live gun talk as always here on the 4th of July, live this morning. And, I got to say live every morning so far. I appreciate waking up every day and give thanks. But here we are discussing Cowboy Action Shooting today. And we are going to be bringing on our caller, but we're going to check the phone line first. Can we bring him on, Kevin? Hi, caller. Are you there? Hello?
You talking to me?
I am talking to you. How are you?
I'm good this morning.
Good. Well, you're sounding good on our end. How's it on your end?
Okay, John.
Good. Very good. Now,
We are here. This is Cowboy Action Shooting badge number 222. Mr. Three Deuces McKee on the phone with us today.
How are you?
I'm good.
Glad to hear that. Now, are you going to a shoot today?
Yes, I am.
Are you really? Where's the shoot at today?
Rockford,
Michigan.
At the Rockford Sports Club.
Wow. What time does it start?
9:30.
Oh, good. You got a little time to talk to us then. Well, we're thankful. Thanks for taking time out of your day to give us a call. Now, Jacob, lead us into this because Jacob's been studying this all week.
I have. Now, the shoot you're going to today. Now, is it a standard shoot? Is it a wild bunch shoot? What type of shoot are you going to today?
We're going to a standard Cowboy Action shoot that the Rockford puts on. It's a 5-stage shoot. There's a different shooting scenario in each of the 5 stages. And they'll divide the folks up into what they call posses, 15 to 20 people, depending on how many are there today. I suspect somewhere in the 40-person
Group size?
range here today.
Yeah.
And there's a different shooting scenario for each of the 5 stages. You shoot typically 10 rifle, 10 pistol, and 4+ shotguns.
Okay. Now, scenarios. Can you explain a little bit of the scenario? What do you? Is it like a role play? Is it? It's got to be exciting, or you wouldn't do it.
It's just a lot of fun. You know, you're timed, your misses are counted, and you're penalized for an overall score. They have typically steel targets for the pistols and the rifle, and knockdown poppers for the shotgun.
Really?
Okay.
So you've been after me for years to start this, and I've never dedicated the time, and I certainly feel like I'm missing out. And I know you've had a lot of fun doing this. You've been at this for how many years?
Too many.
Well, having that low of
probably 15 years, I think. Took a couple years off for health reasons.
Yeah.
But back at it today, slow as ever.
Slow but steady, I'm sure. Now, what calibers are you shooting today?
Well, we shoot all lead bullets. I shoot 38 special in a 357 Magnum rifle, a lever action, 2 single action revolvers, mine are Ruger Vaqueros. They're also in 357, but I shoot 38 special. My shotgun's McCall, which is Russian made, side by side.
Yeah.
12 gauge, 20-inch barrels.
See, Jake doesn't even realize it, but he's adding this up. He's already outfitted for this, and he doesn't even know it. But now, what else? I stopped you. I'm sorry. There's more. I didn't hear a vest pocket gun. Are you still doing that?
No, well, that's a side match, and typically they just do that at the state shoots or large shoots.
Okay. So now
there's plenty of clubs around the state. There's one in Fenton, one in Saginaw, Plymouth, Utica, Breckenridge, Scottville,
wow,
Rockford, Sturgis, Niles,
really? That's
Sault Ste. Marie, Central Lake, Hillman. So if you're interested, you can find a lot of info on the WolverineRangers.org website. They're the Michigan, I don't know how you want to call it, governing body, let's say.
Okay.
And
They're like the Michigan chapter of the group.
yeah, they put on the state shoot, which is in Port Huron, over Labor Day weekend.
Is that at Blue Water?
Yes.
Okay. Now, would you recommend somebody come and watch one before they try to get involved?
Definitely.
Yeah, I would think so.
You want to go and watch a few times. Talk to the people there. They're very friendly. They'll probably ask you if you want to shoot their guns. So you have to wear eye and ear protection.
Now, over the years, I know that you've been so involved with this. You've realized what you're comfortable with shooting, I'm sure, too, because years ago you used to shoot larger guns, didn't you? You didn't. It seems to me you used to talk about your 41s a lot with this 41 Magnums, and now you're down to 38s, which is still my favorite gun to shoot. Is my 38s. So I feel for you there. And has that been your progression to get what you're very comfortable with shooting?
It's just a matter of personal preference. You have to shoot a 32 caliber up to 45.
Okay.
Anything in between.
All right. 32 to 45. Now, and they have to be era correct?
I'm sorry?
They have to be like era correct?
Yes, they have to be lever actions and single action revolvers.
Okay.
You can use a side-by-side shotgun. You can use a 1887 Winchester original or replica, which is a lever shotgun.
Right.
And or you could use a 1897 Winchester or replica pump.
Very nice. Then those 1897s, for those of you that are going, what is that? That's the one that actually, when you pump it, the bolt kind of comes back at your face and cocks the hammer back. So they are certainly an old-looking shotgun, but they work. Quite impressive guns. Now, we discussed one earlier. Were those all takedowns? Did those all separate and break down into two pieces? Or just some of them?
Some of them are breakdowns. Some of them are solid frame.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure, and I know I haven't played with those much, but I've had my hands on several, and the ones I've seen have been takedowns. So That's what I wondered about. So are you on your way to Rockford, or are you there?
No, I'm going south on 130.
Good for you. Thank God for modern day technology. We've actually had some folks on this show before that know you. They are members of the Appleseed Project, and had some great talks about you and how they've shot with you in the past. You've been at this a long time, having a badge number of 222. What are they up to now? Do you have any idea?
That's a Michigan number.
Yes.
Okay, and the Michigan number is up to 700 and something, I think.
Oh, good. All right. So you're I know you've been in it a long time, and you guys you and your son have always had a great time doing it. I know you've discussed it so many times over the years. It is a good family sport, isn't it?
Well, my grandson's shooting now. He's 10.
That's awesome. That's awesome. At 10 years old. Well, I bet you he's having a ball.
He is.
I bet. Now, when it comes to this sport, when we're going to go to commercial break in just a couple minutes, can you lead us through an event, kind of a day, and tell us a little bit about it? Would that be okay?
Well, sure, I guess. You go there, you sign up. There's a safety meeting. They break you up into posses. And then posse 1 would start on stage 1. Posse 2 would start on stage 3. Posse 3 would start on stage 5, so that you keep it moving. And it typically takes a couple hours to go through and shoot. So typically you would go to the loading table. You would be observed as you load your guns. When you're ready to shoot, you're called up to the shooting line. You have to memorize the shooting scenario, and typically give some type of a line, like I don't know, kind of Western phrase or something.
Yeah.
Indicate that you're ready, and then the timer will beep, and you will shoot your 10 rifle shots. Then you put your rifle down, move, shoot 10 pistol, 5 out each revolver. Then you move again, and then you shoot your shotgun 4 times, depending. And then you go to an unloading table. You observe unloading, make sure all your guns are empty, and then you can go back to your gun cart or whatever and put your guns away till it's time to shoot again. And there's 3 spotters. You count hits and misses. There's a timer that's timing you and it's kind of in control you when you're shooting. It's pretty safe.
Yeah, that's
extremely safe.
That's what it sounds like. Is it monitored and to the point of making sure there's no accidents. So that's important. So many times you see the horseplay videos and stuff on the internet and on YouTube where people are doing stupid things. It's so good to hear about an event that is run that smooth. And you guys are shooting almost every weekend all summer, aren't you?
Someplace you can shoot in Michigan every weekend.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's I did want to tell you that Jake and I have been abusing Sporting Clays a little bit this year. We've really come to like our local Sporting Clays events. So that I know you used to have a passion for, and I used to admire that as well. Now, let's go to commercial break. Can you hang on? and stick with us for just a minute?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get off here pretty quick and get ready to shoot. So
Well, then.
I can hang on.
All right. Well, we'll be right back. This will be a short commercial break.
Yes.
And we'll be
Okay.
right back, and we'll keep talking to you. Okay.
Great.
Thanks
All
for
right,
hanging
thanks.
on. Attorney Timothy J. Cassidy is the pro gun attorney that we here at the Gunsmith Show use.
With more than 20 years of experience as a prosecuting attorney, law professor, and holding a past seat on the Genesee County Gun Board,
Tim Cassidy is your pro gun attorney.
contact Attorney Cassidy today at 810-569-5441 or email him at attorneycassidy@gmail.com. If you want your home to feel sound when you are not around, call Pal Alarm. To protect your safekeepings and stop anyone from peeking, call Pal Alarm. When the house gets locked down so you can get out of town, call Pal Alarm. Give Pal Alarm a call today at 810-908-8298. That's 810-908-8298 or palalarm.com.
And now back to the Gunsmith Show with John and Jake Smith.
All right, we are back, and we are joined today by Three Deuces McKee, Cowboy Action Shooter right here in the state of Michigan. And Three Deuces, I know you're on the road. You're trying to get ready for your shoot this morning, so we don't want to keep you on for too long, but we certainly appreciate your time. This is why we're on the air, to introduce people to sports that are involved around our shooting and our passion. So we appreciate taking some time with us today.
Another website I'd like to mention is the national organization called the Single Action Shooting Society. They're headquartered in New Mexico. Their website is sassnet.com, and they have all the rule books online, and you can read those. You can see different categories you can shoot in, whether you want to shoot an age-based category. Different guns are used in different categories. Like classic cowboy, you have to use a 40 caliber or larger, and a hammered pump or hammered double barrel.
Oh, wow.
That sounds
And
like fun.
There's clothing requirements for some categories, clothing being 1880 style clothing, but it's all listed in there.
So 1880 style, no
zippers.
just no Velcro, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Doggone it, I can't wear my tennis shoes.
No, you can't wear tennis shoes. Can't wear ball caps. You got to have a cowboy hat.
No kidding. Oh, sounds like fun.
Now, are black powder revolvers, are those allowed?
Cap and ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different category.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
imagine.
shoot a black powder substitute in my cartridges.
Oh, okay.
So that's frontier cartridge category.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna have to invest a little more time and look into
We'll
this.
have to go to one of the next shoots
That would be fun.
coming up. We'll try and make it to the state shooting port here on this year.
That would be fun.
That would be a fun way to
Maybe
go.
we can broadcast live from out there. That might be a good idea.
Don't make promises we can't keep.
Might be
Dad.
kind of noisy.
Well, you know, our RJ runs that shoot, so, and you know RJ.
Yes.
So.
All right. Well, very good. Well, that's good. We'll look forward to it. We'll try to dedicate some more time to the sport because it certainly interests us.
It's a nice family sport. A lot of guys and their wives shoot together. Their children shoot, grandkids. it's children, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it sounds like fun. Well, we'll look forward to it. I Three Deuces McKee, we certainly appreciate you taking some time today to share your passion for the sport. And so you've been at this for more than 15 years, and and you are you said you had some health issues. You doing okay now?
Yeah.
Good.
I had quadruple bypass, neat stuff like that.
Oh, hey. So you've experienced life.
Actually, I'm only going to be 5 years old this year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
5 years old, huh?
I was reborn
There
5 years ago.
There you go. Well, that's a good way to look at it. And still playing with those toys, I tell you. Well, be careful out there today, and thanks again for taking time to listen to us. We'll make sure we send a care package your way with some Gunsmith Show gear, and enjoy your day of shooting on this 4th of July.
Thanks, guys. You too.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Cowboy Action Shooting. Who'd have thought, when he first started talking about this.
Who would have thought 120 years 100 years after this kind of stuff happened, we'd be back doing it again for fun on the weekends?
Who'd have thought they'd ever make a movie called Cowboys versus Aliens? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Cowboy Action Shooting is still a great way of working the class of guns you have. It's like antique car road rallies.
Right.
They have those. You might as well have shooting contests that are all antique style guns.
Now, he mentioned, Three Deuces mentioned this, SASSnet.com. Now, this SASS, that's the Single Action Shooting Society.
Right.
That's the governing body of the Cowboy Action Shooting sport.
That oversees.
It's like, it's the overseeing.
It's probably like a lot like the Bowling Association.
Exactly.
Where they have the rules and regulations.
But you get to shoot things.
As long as I don't got to kiss anybody's ring, I'm all right.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Starts all the way back in 1981.
Really?
It's been going on that long.
Very
few
interesting.
friends who are actually still the ones in charge wanted to try out a different way, and they were tired of watching Westerns on TV, and they wanted to act it out in real life. So they stole a couple horses, ran through town shooting things. No, they all went out to the range, and
so they all moved out of Detroit.
Yeah,
and basically the SASS, the Shooting Society, formally began in 1987. Okay.
Now, one of the things that makes it the most unique, I would think, could be the aliases. Like we had Three Deuces McKee. That's not his real name.
Right.
That's his alias. That's his alias.
Right.
And every member has to have an alias. Has to be era-correct aliases. Don't call yourself, like
I could be like Chubby McGoodshot. You know what I'm saying? I could come up with all kinds of aliases for myself.
No, it can't be one that's already taken.
Oh,
I mean, Chubby McGoodshot.
I'm sure there's.
And I'll be Junior Chubby McGoodshot.
Well, the whole point is having fun with your sport.
Exactly.
And it's like when I talked earlier about going through a sporting clay shoot. Down at Grand Blanc or at Genesee. You're walking through these. It's camaraderie. It's fun. It's walking through the trail. And that's what this would be too.
Now,
only think of the whole era thing going on.
They said their recommendation from up top is that your costume, because it is dressed up for the era.
Yes.
Your costume should be fitting for your name.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Right.
Fitting for your name. Well, that's good. So you can have your
if you want to be called the Baker of Tombstone, you'd come in dressed up like a baker.
Like a baker's outfit, packing heat.
Right.
All right.
You want the loaf of bread?
Or do you like 245s?
Right. Now, currently, like we mentioned before, there's events all over the state of Michigan.
Yes.
And then there's events in every state as well, all 50 states. And the Single Action Shooting Society has branched out to 18 different countries across the world. How is that? Tell me John Wayne movies don't make an impact across the world
they
when
do.
18 different countries take part in single action shooting events.
You know it. Well, that's the passion, the sport, the way of life,
Right.
and it's getting to practice what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because it does take practice. We don't recommend that you only have safe queens, which are those guns that stay in the safe. We recommend you get out and shoot them. So do it right, do it legally, do it responsibly. And when you can get into these events, it's a way to shoot every weekend and a very good, passionate sport. I mean, there's and it is getting out and moving and doing stuff too. It's not like you're sitting still.
Right.
So now, Three Deuces mentioned one thing that I've always admired with the sport, and I almost branched into just doing this in a custom manner, is making the shooting carts.
Yes.
As a carpenter, when I saw the shooting carts that these guys had, I was amazed. These were truly customized shooting carts, wagon wheels. And what it is, all your gear is safely stored because you can't pack a shotgun, a rifle, 2 pistols, a Derringer on your body and ammunition and effectively work.
No.
Well,
it just has to be a large coat.
Yeah, there you go. Have to wear a really large coat and a 10-gallon hat to shade it all. So
now every year there's a world championship for cowboy action shooting.
All right.
And it's
how come that's not on Wide World of Sports?
Well, you got to be Pro Gun TV for that.
Oh, okay.
Now it's
so we got to watch it on the Sportsman's Channel.
Yeah, it's held in New Mexico.
Okay.
And it's called the End of the Trail.
Really?
End of the Trail. Now Michael Bain on the Sportsman's Channel has done some. He's a shooter through this, and he's done some segments on this as well. Now, as always with every shooting event, it does require firearms.
Yes, it does.
Hence, we probably wouldn't be talking about it on this show.
Yeah.
So, you're going to need 2 single-action revolvers, a pistol caliber lever action, 40 caliber or larger.
Okay.
And an old-style shotgun.
Okay. So you're talking a 44-40 or larger, pretty much.
Right.
And now, are they still? They must have a different classification because some of them, the guys are using 45-70s and such in them too for the long range shoots.
And that would be a different
because I know they do like
a different
Quigley down under
a different class or a different event.
Yeah,
different events require different shooting.
Well, it's like
firearms.
Probably like going to the turkey shoots and stuff where
right.
they have different
exactly.
where you win a shotgun or something. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun to me, and I've already gotten 2 texts here since we've been here of people saying, let's do that. Let's go to the fall, the Blue Water Sportsman's Club one. So sounds like fun. When
we come back from commercial break, we're going to talk about 2 of the other segments that the Single Action Shooting Society hosts. One is called the Wild Bunch Shoot. So if you're a Sam Peckinpah fan, you're going to like this. And the other one is for all you horse lovers. It's called the Horse Mounted Shooting event.
Really?
So
all right. Well, let's go to commercial.
You actually mount guns on top of horses, and they're like tanks.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
We'll go right to commercial and come back and continue this discussion on Cowboy Action Shooting today, July 4th, 2015, the country's birthday, on The Gunsmith Show.
This is John Smith from I Can Build That. Every building has a roof, and peace of mind comes from having a good roof. That's why the I Can Build That team trusts DuraGuard Roofing for all their commercial roofing needs. So if your business needs a new roof, call DuraGuard Roofing at 691-9243. That's 691-9243. Free estimates, free inspections. That's DuraGuard Roofing. We trust them. You can too. DuraGuard Roofing, 810-691-9243. Attorney Timothy J. Cassidy is the pro-gun attorney that we here at the Gunsmith Show use.
With more than 20 years of experience as a prosecuting attorney, law professor, and holding a past seat on the Genesee County Gun Board,
Tim Cassidy is your pro-gun attorney.
Contact Attorney Cassidy today at 810-569-5441 or email him at attorneycassidy@gmail.com. If you want your home to feel sound when you are not around, call Pal Alarm. To protect your safekeepings and stop anyone from peeking, call Pal Alarm. When the house gets locked down so you can get out of town, Call Pal Alarm. Give Pal Alarm a call today at 810-908-8298. That's 810-908-8298 or palalarm.com.
Man's got to know his limitations.
You just can't spend a whole day at the gun store anymore.
Thankfully, the crew at Williams Gunsight Company has created the best way to spend the day at the gun store by doing it online.
WilliamsGunsight.com is the way to shop for your used handguns, rifles, shotguns, and more, with thousands of guns in stock for your total gun shopping experience.
Check out WilliamsGunsight.com and find your perfect match today.
And now back to the Gunsmith Show with John and Jake Smith.
Well, we're here in the studio live as always on the Gunsmith Show, and very thankful for our guests and thankful for you, the listeners, taking time this Saturday morning to spend a little time talking guns with us on the radio. Hopefully we've perked an interest in you. We sparked a little interest.
Well, if you're headed out towards Rockford,
Yeah.
stop by and right. Stop by and take a look at the shooting event going out there today. Ask for Three Deuces McKee.
Yeah.
And tell him you heard him on the Gunsmith Show this morning.
There you go. Now,
Hey, I heard you on the radio.
speaking of things that were going on, I mean, I know we got more to talk about because you got a lot to talk about this. There's a gun show this weekend, too. What? There's a 3-day gun show. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's a 3-day gun show. At the Mason Fairgrounds out by Lansing. And we're hoping we're going to get a chance to get out there. I had full intentions of being there yesterday, and the pickup I was supposed to make in Lansing, the place was closed.
Did you drive all the way out there?
No, I called first. But and good friends told me they were closed. So that saved the trip. But unfortunately, and as it was, I had a busy day anyway. That gave me a little more time to spend with my good friends Steve and Eli and Shannon and everybody at Williams Gunsight. So
You're just lucky there's not a coffee bar in there because you'd never
I
leave.
told him, I said, the only thing you're lacking here is a playroom for the kids and a coffee bar. You know what I'm saying? Men wouldn't leave with their families. They could just stay there. They should probably have a small motel attached.
So we're talking about Cowboy Action. Williams Red Roof Inn.
It'd be the green roof in when it's all
Green
done.
Roof Inn.
There you go.
So we're talking about Cowboy Action Shooting today. And there's different classifications of events throughout the Cowboy Action Shooting genre.
All right.
Your classic one we talked about where you have 5 different stands you go to and you shoot your guns in certain specific orders.
Uh-huh.
But, what about the Wild Bunch classification?
This is more up our alley, I think.
This is a, instead of single action revolvers, you use 1911s.
And they have to be
Properly of that time frame.
Right.
No front serrations, no
Right.
fancy sights.
Yep. Basic 1911s.
No rails, no lasers.
Right.
You can tie a stick to the end of it.
I don't even think you can have probably the extra safety stuff on it.
No,
it's
it
got to be it's got to be an original, which is there's nothing wrong with shooting those.
No, they're still accurate.
I mean, love them.
So, 4 to 6 magazines would be needed.
Awesome. Well, who doesn't leave home with 6 magazines?
Lever action rifles are also the same, though, 40 caliber or larger. So no 30-30s.
I wonder if you could use like a broom handle.
I thought that same thing. I thought
Thinking
that would be
about-
really cool to use a Mauser broom handle
Yeah.
like Joe Kidd.
Like Joe Kidd, yeah. And that would be interesting. And that whatever that goofy pistol was in Big Jake that the son had.
The
Mauser pistol or something.
Broadsight, or it was like an early Luger.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
interesting gun.
Borchardt, I think it's called. And then also your model 1897 pump shotguns
Sure.
are this as well. Now, if you've ever seen the movie The Wild Bunch, they're in that time frame between the Old West and World War I where there's turmoil.
Kind of the Teddy Roosevelt era. You know?
There wasn't the same, there was cars.
Yes.
There's no horses, there's cars.
Yes.
So you have different targets for this event, too. The targets move more. It's not just your traditional metal plate, shoot at it, move on to the next metal plate.
Okay.
So that's the Wild Bunch shooting.
Yes.
Now, let's say you've got a horse. You're good at shooting off the back of a horse. Mounted shooting. This is the horse-mounted shooting events they offer.
Actually on horses, or do you climb on a
You are on
stand?
You are on a
like
horse.
a mechanical bull?
No, you are on a horse.
You're sure?
I am positive.
Who puts the earplugs in the horse? That's what I want to
Well,
know.
yeah, let me explain this. You use blanks,
Okay.
and I've got it all written out here.
This is where they got to shoot the balloons
Hey,
and
don't
everything?
ruin the surprise.
Okay, go ahead.
You have two 45 caliber single action revolvers loaded with 5 rounds each of black powder blanks.
Okay.
You have to shoot 10 balloon targets set in a random pattern on a scenario that they call a stage.
Okay.
So you have to shoot 10 balloons with your handguns with blanks. So you're riding around these stages with your horse, and you got to shoot the balloons in a specific order.
I've seen that on TV before. Yes.
Okay.
I did actually catch this on like I watched one of these one time on
Now,
the Sportsman Channel, the Outdoor Channel. One of them was discussing it.
typically a competitor would cross the timing beam at a full gallop. So it starts you timing when you're already going full speed. And you have 5 targets. After you fire the 5th shot, you have to you have to put your other gun in the holster, and then you move to your next area where there's 5 more, so you use your other handgun. That way you're not reloading on top of the
That
horse.
makes it a little safer.
Now, like if you drop a gun, you lose 5 seconds off
All right.
your time. If your horse knocks over a barrel, you lose 5 seconds. If you miss a target, you lose 5 seconds. So it's a timing game, basically. See who can do it the fastest.
What if the horse just lets you down? Do you talk to him like Arnold in True Lies?
Punch it.
You let me down. What were you thinking?
And basically, the contestant, the shooter with the fastest accumulated time wins.
There you go. Hey, it sounds like fun to me. And, I mean, I'm not a horseback riding guy.
No,
but
I'll watch it.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But, I don't know if they actually do those here in Michigan. But we'd have to find out. We'd have to know more about the sport to find out.
I know they do Wild Punch, and I know they do your standard events, your standard
Sure.
shooting events.
But some of the cool things, and you guys, if any of you reload at all, I am a compulsive reloader. I reload my ammunition on a regular basis because I like to shoot so much. But speaking with Three Deuces, he has some real specific loads that they do for Cowboy Action Shooting that is
Yes.
pretty amazing. And I'm not going to give away some secrets, but it actually involves a breakfast cereal that is mixed with the gunpowder in the shells to give it the authentic puff of smoke.
Yep.
And stick with that era. And it's amazing how detailed they get with this. It's an action sport. It is an action sport. This is not
Better than shark fishing.
This is not crocheting. This is not stamp collecting. This is Cowboy Action Shooting, and it's just got to be a blast. Just got to be. And we're gonna have to get out to an event. That's all I got to say. So what we'll have to do is one of these days after this show, we'll exit stage right, let Mrs. Smith run the I Can Build That show, and we'll go to a single action shooting sport event.
There you go.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right.
Now, don't forget, if you're looking for, you might not realize it, you might already have all the firearms you need.
That's right.
To do a Cowboy Action shoot.
That's right. You might have it.
Maybe you just need one more. Maybe you just need a revolver.
Yeah.
You've already got the side by side.
Or you need the old style shotgun.
Exactly.
Maybe go with the side by side. And he, like he said, he uses a 20-inch barreled Bacal 12 gauge.
Yep.
So, and you can get real mild loads for
I've
those.
got that older Stevens 311. It's a Savage 311. That would be perfect for this.
Sure would.
Now, don't just go hacking off barrels on stuff to make them the right length.
No, there's no sense in that. And one thing you never want to do is cut a barrel off too short because the gun is at that point totally useless and it could be a felony.
When you
do things responsibly.
When you shorten the barrel on a shotgun, you have to be careful because the choke on that gun is at the end of the barrel.
Right. The last few inches of the barrel are where the choke is. So if you do cut a shotgun barrel down, say you got a 30-inch barrel and you want it to be 20, you lose all your choke at that point, meaning you have an open pattern. So you'll lose your accuracy of the shotgun. Very close range, you'll have an amazing spread or spray of lead.
And you never know how far your targets are going to be at these cowboy shoots either.
Well, I'm sure there's limitations and rules. But to get the guns the proper length and have them with tubes, I don't know if you can have tubes in this sport.
No.
Or if the gun has to have a fixed choke. I don't know if that's another question.
Here's the thing. Just have a gun and be happy you have it. Don't go having to modify it.
There you go. And go see what they use and then find out more about it.
Exactly.
So I know they used to have it right at Williams. They used to do Cowboy Action Shooting at Williams, but it led to a lot of flying lead too close to the buildings, and they had to shut the range down for Cowboy Action Shooting, and it didn't work anymore there. So a little bit too tight of parameters, so they go to the more out in the country events. They shoot at Linden Sportsman's Club. They shoot at Blue Water out in
Port Huron.
Port Huron.
And all across the state.
Yeah, there's
Hillman, there's
I mean, I couldn't believe how many that Three Deuces named off. There was a lot of them. So there was just a lot of
places.
Opportunities to shoot. So very, very impressive. So we'll find out more about it and get back with you on what we find.
That's right.
We hope you have a good, safe holiday weekend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let's enjoy the freedoms of 4th of July.
Yes.
Now, while you're... Well, go ahead.
Well, I just want to say there are several parades out there right now, too. Like my old stomping grounds, downtown Ortonville. There's Clarkston's having a parade. Take time and make this our true Independence Day and pay tribute to those that have fallen for this country and all those that are serving this country.
Don't forget to find us online.
Yes.
The GSS.com, that is our website. You can go there, find some links to our previous shows, find links to our sponsors, and everything you need to know about the Gunsmith Show is on there. Also, we have little pictures and links on to what's coming up for next week's show, which is we're jumping ahead about 100 years and talking about the 300 Blackout.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's our discussion for next week?
The discussion next week is on the 300 Blackout.
Get a lot of questions asked about that cartridge.
Yes. So,
is it worth it?
If you have a question for us during the week, send us an email at shooter@thegss.com.
All right.
Shooter@thegss.com.
Can I send you questions too?
Yes. And as always, you can find us on Facebook at The Gunsmith Show, The Gunsmith Show. We're going to give away a coffee mug this week.
Okay.
So whoever shares the most unique firearm picture onto our Facebook page wins the coffee cup sent to the house.
There you go. We'll send it right to you.
Yep.
So when we do ask for your address, don't be afraid. We are friendly guys. We're gun guys. We'll be glad to mail that coffee mug right off to you. And you'll be proud of that coffee mug. It is a good grande coffee mug. So now listen, and share us as much as you can. We need to spread the word. We're trying to spread this show across the whole state. And hopefully soon we'll be on several more channels. So for now, I wish you a happy 4th of July. I'm John.
And I'm Jake.
We are the Gunsmiths. Have a great, safe weekend, everybody, and enjoy this beautiful weather Michigan has given us.